What's going on, Beaches? Welcome back to another episode of Ask Papa Swolio. Remember, if you want your question featured right here on the show, drop your question in the comments down below with the hashtag Ask Papa Swolio, and your boy will get to it real soon. Today's question is from Verena ST, Verena Street, Verena Saint Verena, over on Instagram stories. The question is interval fasting a good thing to do? I like that idea. Interval fasting. What do you think, Tessie? What do you think? Does interval fasting exist? Interval fasting. Man, they just create things out of nowhere. What the hell is interval fasting? I'm just busting chops. Maybe you mean intermittent fasting, but I don't know if interval fasting is something else. Man, who knows? They create some new nutrition crap every single day, but let's use this in context of intermittent fasting, which is what I assume that you meant to say. It's fine. Skipping breakfast is fine. People put too much pressure on keeping their nutrition restricted to okay, does this follow a definition? Am I allowed to do this? Fuck yeah, you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want. I mean, there are people that are vegans that survive. Whoa! Now, this is obviously not a carnivore versus vegan debate right here, but people can be successful with any different type of diet. You have people that are successful on keto. You have people that are successful on paleo. You have people that are successful on vegan. You have people that are successful on pescatarian. The point is, which one's the best? I don't think there is. I don't think there is, because there's a lot of things out there that people do because a lot of things apparently work. And a lot of things apparently work for different people. Now, one person might completely bonk out doing carnivore, but they might love doing vegan and vice versa. And some of you might have done keto and you're like, man, I lost some weight, but I just really couldn't maintain it. But then you like it when you have some carbs and you're kind of like on a fat adapted diet, but not full-blown keto. And some people like eating fish and they have allergies to red meat, or they have issues with eggs, which is why I'm always talking about doing an elimination diet in order to figure out which foods work best for your body, and then you can pursue your eating lifestyle afterwards. Now, Papa Swolio, why are you talking about all this? She asked about interval fasting or intermittent fasting. And that's the same type of thing. It's your lifestyle approach. Now, whether you want to intermittent fast, doing, let's say you're not eating, you're doing a 16-8, a 16-hour fasting window, an 8-hour eating window, or an 18-6 or 24, or you alternate days where you're fasting for 24 hours and you're eating for whatever it is, you still need to be eating the right foods for your body. You still need to be eating fish if that's what's optimal for you, or being a vegan, or being a carnivore, or doing paleo, or doing keto. So the intermittent aspect of it, it still doesn't supersede what foods work best for your body. The quality comes first. The quality comes first, and then you start looking at, okay, what fits my lifestyle the best? What fits my flow? What fits my style? What fits my preferences for what time do I train and what foods do I like to eat first? So if you like to train first thing in the morning on empty stomach, then guess what? You should be training first thing in the morning on empty stomach. If you like training in the evening and you like having a big meal 2 hours before you work out, then guess what? You should be eating a big meal 2 hours before you work out. Because if you like to do something, like in the terms of not like, oh, it's the most, this is not entertainment. You want to get results, so you want to put in the work. But if you adhere to something better, if you feel powerful, if you have energy, if you feel like you have the best workouts fucking ever and you look forward to it, training first thing in the morning, then guess when you should be doing all this stuff? First thing in the fucking morning. So you get a lot of questions. Hey, is it good to eat first or eat after or eat here? It's like, what do you prefer? Try different things. Because I used to know someone that used to eat like literally walking into the gym. I would fucking throw up. But this guy crushed it. Big fucking rib, like great shape, and just liked to eat right before training. Not for me. I'm not going to eat a fucking big old Subway sandwich or something gross like that before I worked out, but this person did. Like, who am I to say that that is bad? Some people like to eat immediately after working out. Some people feel sick if they eat right after they work out. They have to wait an hour or two. What's right and what's wrong? Some people love training at night. Then those people should train at night. Some people love training first thing in the morning. Those people should train first thing in the morning. So when it comes to nutrition, don't feel like you're in a box. Don't feel like you have to intermittent fast in a certain way. Don't feel like you have to do it based on these restrictions. You can play around with it. It doesn't have to be a 16-8 or an 18-6. What if it's a 17.7? No one says that because those are odd numbers, but you could do it. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong with that. I mean, if you're that detailed about it, you could do 17.7. You could do 19.5, right? These are arbitrary numbers. 24, 18.6. What about 19.5? You never hear that because we just get on these catchphrases. So forget about whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Think about it as if it's effective for you. So this is a long-winded way of saying, yeah, it's great. I mean, I have coffee during the day. I usually don't eat till later on the day. So I'm essentially doing more of a time-restricted eating window or an intermittent fast or a protein fast. And I'll have my coffee. Maybe I'll have some fruit or a snack during the day. But my steak, when I have like my meal, it's in the evening. I like running light. One, I don't like to think about food all day because I'm not trying to bulk like crazy anymore. It's not my thing. It's not like my main focus. It's not something that is my top priority is to get as big as possible. So intermittent fasting isn't necessarily the best thing to do if I'm trying to put on as much bulk as possible because you need a lot of calories. So you have to be eating more frequently, usually smaller meals every couple hours to accumulate that many calories. So it's what works best for you. Like what do you adhere to? What do you prefer? And you have to put that together, and that's trial and error. So fundamentally, focus on eating the best foods. Look into my content on the elimination diet. You can also check out the 7 pillars of Swolenormous over at swolenormousx.com. I'll put that free download link in the description below. And that can give you some insights into how to get started, but also you can do a search here and also on the Daily Swole podcast. I do a lot of discussions on these topics, but it's important to understand which foods work best for your body. And then your lifestyle, how you like to organize your food, what time you like to eat, and when you like to eat relative to when you train can be very customized. I've tried different things, and I personally don't like to have a lot of food, maybe some fruit before I train, but then afterwards, I like to pound food. For me, it's more about after I work out is when I want the most food. Sometimes I'll have, before I work out, I've had a sweet potato, like a cold sweet potato. I'll have half a sweet potato, maybe an hour before I train just to get something in my stomach if it's later in the day. If it's first thing in the morning, I don't eat. I don't want food in my stomach fresh first thing in the morning. So it's really up to you. And those are kind of trial and error sessions that I have found throughout my career that has worked best for me. But the most important thing is not to put yourself in a box and understand that you can customize your nutrition to suit your needs. But fundamentally, food quality is number one. And then your nutrition lifestyle, how you consume those calories and what manner. Of course, you have to look at the total caloric intake based on what you're trying to do, trying to bulk, trying to lose, but then the manner in which you organize your day, how many hours or your time restricted eating window or what time of day, that is totally customizable and you can work with what works best for you, trial and error. So what are your thoughts, fam? Drop a comment down below. Thank you so much, Verena, for your question. If you have a question that you want answered right here on Ask Papa Swolio, drop your question in the comments down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio, and I'll see you real soon for the next episode. Say bye, Tessie. Bye, you sexy beesh. Peace out, fam.
We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king.